Tap in. We recording at this point. Yeah.
We should have had all of that. That was like the
Man.
perfect intro.
Man, definitely would have been the perfect intro, but hey, shit, they can't get everything.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have to reintroduce the first question and then, you know what I'm saying, go from
All right,
so you know what I'm saying, you do your thing.
what's going on, y'all? Me and my man Boulevard Slim, we here for another episode of Brother to Brother. We got our we got our mic situation worked out, so we in there for sure. Man, this week, I think we might need a theme song or some beats or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure that shit by point
Man,
out
you
too.
know, all of that's gonna work out. I'm ready for you to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? You're a musician or talent in the family, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a nigga that can beatbox over a beat or something, you know what I mean?
Listen, tonight, we we're gonna do a journey to a better me. That's what we're gonna theme this one tonight. And man, listen, we me and the bro, we separately, together, individually, we've been doing our own growing. This show is a product of our growth too. You dig? If you've ever listened to any time we got on the mic, it's definitely been a journey from point A to point B. But like man, listen, in life in
Hop,
general,
skipping, and jump and something.
man, we we going through it in life just like everybody else is. But we taking the time to we are taking the time tonight to actually try to make sure that as individuals we hold ourselves accountable. And even that's my brother, so he gonna hold me accountable, and likewise. But tonight we gonna delve, we gonna get deep on this one. I can already tell.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna get deep, nigga. And you know what I mean? Like the thing is, like what you just said, you know, so mostly like about holding yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about certain stuff that could put us in a better position to actually do what we talk about with the theme of this episode, or you know, this video or audio, whatever you want to call it, is. You know what I'm saying? Like this podcast is simply about people talking like brothers. You know what I'm saying? And having the conversations that people, especially women, don't think that we have. A lot of people think that because niggas are brothers, we just go out, get drunk, think about hoes, talk about hoes and shit like that. But when we got real problems, this is how we kick it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And sometimes we might not like what each other got to say. You know
man.
what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's the only way we get it across to each other. So, you know, I mean, that's the object of brother to brother.
It's not every day where you can be like, you can get feedback from somebody who actually care about you, and you don't agree with it. You dig? And it's not supposed to agree with everything. You dig? You're not gonna agree with everything. But when someone care about you, they gonna say some shit that you don't agree with in the first place. You dig? And
Oh
and,
yeah,
and, and
most
that that's
definitely.
that's just it. You dig? So we not avoiding the hard questions at all. We slapping ourselves in the face with that shit, dog. Full speed, light speed. You dig? And that's honestly, we just gonna jump into it because life is fucked up. It just is.
Shoot. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, you know what I mean? But like every time you take a walk, it's a possibility you step in some shit. So
Man, dog, and you can't keep your head down either the whole time when you walking.
at
So
all. If you ain't looking forward, you know what I'm saying. You never know. When we was little, you say, "Step on the crack," you break your mama's back.
man, that shit's so real right now. That shit is
You
so
know what I
real.
mean? Cracks I done stepped in, nigga, had my mama worrying and everything else because of the cracks I was stepping in.
Man, I'm telling you, and it's still to the point right now where, we got children, you dig, and man, we
Yeah,
trying to raise our children not to step on the same cracks that can help break our backs. You know what I mean? Like for real,
yeah,
like
yeah, definitely.
it's still a cycle, and the cycle, like one people be like breaking the cycle, but like man, some cycles you can't break because you break them mugs and then it's just over. But the circle of poverty, the cycle of poverty and oppression and all that, yeah, we trying to break those cycles, but we also trying to continue to make sure that the cycle of righteousness and being upfront. Like man, it's a not a shortage of bitch ass niggas in this planet, and we not trying to contribute to that at all. We don't want our
Definitely,
childrens
definitely.
to be a part of that. So the one thing
But
that
let's go with this right here. Since you said that, I've had my moments of bitch ass niggas too. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like
man.
whether I looked at it like that or not. You know what I'm saying? Like as you reflect on it, it's just like, damn, I definitely could have did better in this
Oh
situation.
yeah, no, real talk, real. And
So
if
you know what I
you
mean?
out there saying that you haven't, then you lying to yourself. You being the bitch ass nigga right now. You dig? If you saying that you haven't, so
Definitely.
like, yeah, no, we all have it. But like you said, it's the more when you sit back and you reflect on it, and you got time to really put into perspective the situation and the area and the timing that you was at.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get out of your head a little bit and look,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, at the whole picture, all of that. Yeah.
So so with that being the case, bro, I'm gonna just jump right into it. And I'm gonna ask you the question. You can definitely hit me back with it too, man. How do you feel that all the shit that you've been going through in life, bro? How do you feel that you can currently fix what you got going on and move forward in a positive direction?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's jump right into it. I'm gonna tell you the complete truth. You know what I'm saying? First off, I feel like the first thing that I could do is like be able to accept shit a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this one track mind about shit that bothers me so bad sometimes. All I can do is think about the negative. I can't say anything else without seeing the bigger picture of certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Which put me in positions where I might act different. You know what I'm saying? Move a little different because I'm thinking the wrong way about some shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So trying to find a more positive outlet on shit, you know, without thinking that everybody gonna fuck me over or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's some bad trauma type shit you still gotta deal with. But being honest, you know what I'm saying, it's really just take that part and then like being able to communicate more, you know what I'm saying, without always being in my head about the shit, like actually being able to say it, you know what I'm saying? And I mean other than that, like just being more calm every day, you know, so like paying more attention to myself for sure, you know what I'm saying, instead of just like going through the day. Like just completely day, you know what I'm saying? Like
Man, I'm losing you. I'm losing you. So you might be service or something like that. But you said just paying more attention to yourself.
yeah, paying more attention to myself. You got me?
So
Hello?
yeah, I'm here. I'm here. So
Okay, I was just making sure you got it.
yeah. So even with me, I'm gonna keep it real. I definitely got to pay. Not even just more paying attention to myself, man. Paying attention to my moods and my environments. Like I told you, man, I had to get in my boy's ass, dog, right this bedtime. You
Yeah.
dig? In all honesty, I gave them the warning, and I told them if y'all don't know how to work together, if y'all can't work together, y'all gonna make me solve the problem, and you're not gonna like when I solve the problem. And I heard them in there fighting anyway. So I got up with intent to do something to him when I should have had to, calm down, take a breather,
Mm-hmm.
and and reflect. And I went in there and I hurt feelings. I really did. I went not saying I went in there with the intentions to hurt feelings, but still at the end of the day, that's what happened. I ended up hurting some feelings, and it could have been a learning experience for both of them. But man, bro, I ain't trying to make no excuses, but man, my children something else. You dig? And I think that they only gonna respond to these hurt feelings. They gonna only respond to when you start taking things away and start putting punishments and boundaries upon things. You dig? So like even saying that, I need to check myself because I don't ever discipline when I'm emotional, whether I'm angry, sad, whatever.
Right,
I don't
right.
I don't ever do that, and I noticed that about just coming up, and I ain't never been a parent before, but like when I was first introduced to the aspect of parenting, yes, I was disciplining with emotion sometimes. I had stepchildren that were older, and I felt that they know better,
Right.
and then even when it came to my youngest ones, I can't discipline them the same way I discipline the oldest ones. So like it's been a journey for me to figure out how to find that balance within myself so that I can push forward that balance and show it to my children. You dig? And I'm still working on it. It's always a progress. And
Right, right.
even when I interact and when I deal with other adults, I know that there's a limit to how far I'm able to engage with certain people based upon my emotional capacity. You dig? And that's basically what it is, man. Just checking yourself. That way that
Oh
you
yeah, oh
you can
yeah,
get
oh
in and do
yeah.
it like that.
It's just the moments for me, you know what I'm saying? Where, like it'd be harder to check yourself because you got stuff that you know what I'm saying, like that you used to responding to a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's them the biggest checks in yourself. You know what I'm saying to me, like when it's the hardest for you to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been hard for me. You
Man,
know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like that's why I know the challenge is.
yeah. Yeah. Nah,
So
it's like what they say in the GI Joe from the '80s. Knowing is half the battle. You dig, and once you know that part, you dig, you can do better. You know, or you can choose to not do better. You know, some people just choose to ignore it.
yeah,
But
definitely.
the main thing is to know where you're going, or know what triggers you, and then to move forward from there. So another thing I feel like I can work on improving my life. Is honestly I need to limit my distractions, and this is just me. I need to limit my distractions and really buckle down on the outside influence. And a lot of that for
Yeah,
me comes
yeah,
from social media. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. That
yeah.
social media be doing the
I
most
have
for
my
me.
moments, but that's just like when I'm bored. But it be just like jokes to me. Like I don't really be thinking about it like that because I don't really do too much of it for real. You know what I mean? Like you know now, if you look at my Facebook or anything else, you don't see me. I just got an Instagram.
He said
Like I
it's
don't
all
really do
jokes on
nothing.
your shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. If I post anything, you know what I'm saying, like Instagram, I plan on using for our social influence that we trying to build.
Yeah,
So maybe some of my food ideas and things like that. But other than that, like I really ain't. I'm not even experienced on how to really use it. I barely know how to post anything. Like one of the first things I posted, I was posting on Facebook, and it would just gave me the offer to put it on Instagram too. So I did. I don't really know what I'm doing with all of that yet. You know what I mean? So that's something to build on to get me out of the way and maybe put us in a better position with some stuff. So when I learn how to do that, then maybe so I might be able to touch some other people that you can't touch, or
that
vice
part.
versa.
But me, man, I've been dealing with this social media for decades at this point, for real. Like going back to the MySpace shit, Black Planet. What you know about Black Planet? I've been
Man, listen.
I just think I'm call myself an entertainer or whatever, whatnot, and and trying to interact and network with individuals. And don't get me wrong, my networking game is super serious on the internet, for real. But I don't just
Oh, I believe it.
interact with people on social media. I pull up. My pull up game is sick. Like, hey, bro, I pulled up on you from Texas. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
you dig?
For
So
sure.
like, and I drove.
Definitely.
So like my pull up game is serious. But in the same breath, like even keeping up with those relationships, and then other people who come in, like I see a lot of things that don't necessarily align with what I got going on, and it's just a lot coming in. So I find myself interacting with individuals who not on the same, not saying that you're not on the same page as me, but man, we just got two totally different things going on. We going in two totally
Of
different
course, I
directions.
mean you a single father. I'm like saying that going through or finished a divorce. You know what I'm saying, whatever. And then me, I've been through my divorce, but in my situation, shit, my wife got my son. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like your problems and your differences. You know what I'm saying, things you've been through definitely different than what I've been through. You know what I'm saying, but I can always respect the fact that you like that's what make you one of my brothers, nigga. That's what make you an influence to me. You know what I'm saying, to always be a better dad. You know what I'm saying, do certain shit. 'Cause I mean, you took the risk of having to go back and drive 600 miles back and forth every other
my
weekend, every
G,
weekend.
dog.
Like a whole lot of things that make a bigger difference that people don't see because all they think is what they see on Instagram, Facebook, anything else. But
Yeah.
it's always deeper than that.
It is, and I don't be talking about my situation on the internet, like, cause
Exactly.
like, one, I got the Judas watching me, and anything I say and do can be used against me in the court of law. So
Put a lot right.
I'm just I suffer in silence. We'll say it that way. You dig? I suffer in silence, and that's another thing that
We do that in a lot of ways though with
man,
adversity.
listen,
Yeah.
I was just about to say that's another thing I could fix in my life because I don't have to suffer in silence. You dig? Like I don't necessarily have to project it and promote it on social media, but I could definitely tell people
No,
what's
not at
going on
all.
with me, though. Like
I mean, listen, this is the hardest part, bro, because I've been thinking the same thing. Like, a lot of the times I be feeling like I ain't got nobody to talk to, but it's different ways. Like, even us doing this right here, it's like a breath of fresh air to just
It is.
get certain shit and certain understandings and feelings off my chest without like feeling pressured or like just on nothing. Like, nigga, we just kicking it like bros. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? We talk about what we talk about.
that's it, though. That's it. And they don't even know, like, man, we've been having these conversations. It's just that we're recording it right now. We're trying to be a little bit more structured. So, but we've been having these
I feel like the
conversations.
insight is important because people don't think that we have these kind of conversations. I think when motherfuckers say, I'm going out with my bro or I'm doing this, like anybody think it's strip club or anything else, nigga, we might hit a bar or something, but the conversations is completely different
The
from what motherfuckers expect
conversations.
to think.
It is. It's life, dog. Man, we've been. Man, dude, this 35 years, damn near. You dig? If not more, you dig? Man, like I'm
Hey,
telling you, like
nigga, I ain't that old now.
we
I ain't that old now.
we
You
we
don't play
we
me.
we in this beast though. Like and life is ever since then, like life is life, dog, and we growing, we still rocking, dog. Or we can go back and the people that we know that's no longer here, that we know that's mentally no longer here. You know what I mean? And
Oh
honestly,
yeah,
these type of
shit, physically no
conversations
longer
could,
here.
man, what you dig? Like man, these type of conversations could have probably saved somebody one way or another. You dig? And you don't never
One
know
way or
what
another, in
anybody
some
going
kind
through.
of way. Yeah.
Let me ha 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 ha. Let me go to the next question. You dig? So we can kind of elaborate and fill it out a little bit. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but like man, what steps can we take to make the fixing of our lives and the betterment of our lives? What steps can we take to make those better and bring it into our reality?
Man, shit, for me, I feel like it's just more effort.
Mm,
I'm so, like we talked about, you know what I'm saying, being comfortable on the last one, you know what I'm saying? It
yeah.
might have been distorted, but it was just about being comfortable. You know what I'm saying? For me, like, the only way I separated myself from the street life was, you know what I'm saying, having a stable job, you know what I'm saying, and a family that I was going home to, you know what I'm saying? And that's what became my concern. So instead of me getting off of work now or anything else, like, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the divorce or anything else, when I get done doing what I'm doing, I go home. I
Mm-hmm.
might grab my little drink, whatever I'm gonna do, but that's my thing. And it kept me away from riding around with the homies that still selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they doing,
Man,
everything else. No, this ain't my thing. I'm going to the crib. You feel me? And let me get ready for tomorrow. That was my thought process. I'm a cook. I'm a chef. So yeah, I'm about to go home. I got a meal planned out already. Everything. It's not planned on. This is what I do. It's the same thing with me now. Like I've got comfortable in doing that to the point where I don't do the things or even shoot for the goals that I have set because it's like I have the ideas, but I ain't putting no effort towards them.
mm, mm.
So
Getting out
now
that
I need
comfort
to
zone.
understand the effort. You know what I'm saying? Get out that comfort zone. The same thing we had going on the last one.
I I know I need to get out of my comfort zone as well. And I've been taking those steps. But one thing is I need to change my mindset about how I approach different things. You dig? Like I
Oof.
really need to
I can agree with that for myself too.
man, I really need to I don't want to say be more positive about things, but just I need to see things from a different angle and a different perspective, and not always that the world is against me and these things are happening to me.
Yeah,
Sometimes things are
like
happening
things is
for me.
attacking you. Right.
Man,
Yeah.
dog, yeah, man. Cause
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
I feel you. I'm the same way.
be feeling
Same way.
like I'm being attacked, dog. Like, and I might be being
Yeah.
attacked, but I shouldn't feel like that 24/7. Like, it just like the whole
Definitely.
world is
Definitely.
around me
Definitely.
and against me. Like, and there's not a lot of people. No matter how social I am, man, there's not a lot of people that bang my line on the weekly. You did. I can even go as far
Yeah,
as
yeah,
saying the
on a daily
monthly.
for me,
You just shit,
shit.
my man.
It depends
Listen,
on if I don't call you, you probably ain't gonna call me. Like I don't talk to people unless I call them for real.
that
You know, so
part.
for the most part, you know, so I got the few. They might call me and check up on me or something every blue moon, but other than that, like nigga, my phone don't ring. Like
Phone don't ring.
sometimes it's just like dumb to have a phone bill. I would rather go back to a pager, bitch. Let me get a little $6 bill or something. And when you page me, bitch, I call you back. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
But
I'm telling you,
I mean,
dog.
times change. You know what I mean? It just that's another thing about the comfortability. Like I close myself off in that same mindset. You know what I'm saying? Going to work and going home type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't reach out to friends no more. Like, bro, what you got going on? We going out, we doing this. I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not like a birthday party or something I know going on where I want to step out or me and my lady want to step out or something, like, I don't be thinking like every other day or something to catch some space. Somebody go kick it with one of my niggas or something. We don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Everybody that I kick it with, they married or something. You know what I'm saying? They got families. Like they need their own space.
Mm-hmm. And you know what?
So
And
you know what I
just
mean?
throwing that out there. They need their own space? But man, sometimes they need to get out of that space too. You dig? Like I think it's a meme that was going around. It was like you need to stop being dad. You need to be stop being a husband. You need to not saying stop, but you need to just get back to you. That's what the whole idea
Uh
was.
huh.
Saying you need to get back to who you are and with the things that you like, man. If you like to paint, go paint. Build some Legos, nigga. Like play the video game by yourself. Go play basketball. Go play football. You dig?
Yeah,
Like
that's what I was just about to say. Cause like that's one of my things that I've been getting back into it. Like just going to the gym, trying to shoot
mm-hmm.
around. You know what I'm saying? Who catch me a couple runs or something. You know what I mean? And get back to doing something that I like that takes me away from the shit that I got comfortable with. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Man, look, and it's hard. It really is.
yeah,
It's hard trying to
it's
break this
hard as
thing.
fuck, my nigga.
Man,
Like there's, I can't even tell you, bro. Like between the regular responsibilities, it was, you know what I'm saying. In my case, sometimes I might fall short in other ways. Not necessarily fall short, but it take me longer to do certain things. You know what I mean, or whatever. And then like still want to find time for myself, but
mm-hmm.
still wanting to be there for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Like it's
it's
just a whole lot of different thoughts that go with all of that. Like
I talked to my therapist. I'm in therapy, dog. I missed my therapy session yesterday. I got to reschedule. But like last week, I talked to her about feeling like I'm here for everybody else except for myself. You dig? I take on a
right,
lot of other people's things and they like man it's crazy. It's almost like I'm living 4 or 5 people's lives because I'm dependent on that much by different people and to get to the point where I can be in a room by myself and I don't got nobody that I can depend on. I told a acquaintance. I told her I was like, man, I just want to lay up under a girl, get my beard rubbed on, and told
you told me
everything
that.
gonna be. Did I tell you that? I've told a couple people
Yeah,
that
you
because it's
told me
so
that.
serious. It is
Yeah,
like
you told me that. So you must really be feeling that part.
no,
Then
I'm
you just
telling
said
you,
that
I
shit
want
a
my
few.
beard rubbed on, dog. Like you dig, like man, rub my bald ass head, man. Put some oil on your hand, rub my bald ass head. Just tell me it's gonna be okay. Kiss me on the forehead. That's what I need.
Man,
I really need that right now. You did, but like, man, look, it's just me, and I ain't got that, so I gotta keep getting up and getting the children together,
yeah.
getting them baths, making breakfast, making dinner, making lunch, making money,
But I mean,
making.
you know, see, eventually, bro, you had that though. That's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, because of the person you are, and the things
Yeah,
that you are already doing is appealing to somebody. You know what I'm saying? At some point, somebody that might end up listening to this and be like, "Oh, let me see what he about." You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
I just hope she
That
got a
just because
job.
that's just how it goes. So I mean, like eventually, that's gonna come regardless. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I would say it's still just be cautious and patient. And you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't had it in a while,
Man.
don't think that could be the only thing because shit happens so fast. You get comfortable so fast with shit that you ain't had that you don't realize that there's some faults and shit that you don't know about that you might not be able to deal with.
Man, people be overlooking red flags, dog. That the real shit. Them red flags
Definitely.
be looking purple sometimes. You dig, and you. I've been known
Shit,
to
purple, pink, bright orange.
everything but red.
Shit,
I'm telling you, like everything but red. Like, and that's
that bitch might even glow in the dark.
man. You think that shit cool? You dig, but like, man, listen. It's it's so real, man. It's so real. But like, I'm discernment. I'm going to follow that up because that's just a hell of a follow up at this point. Listen,
Yeah, yeah. Let's
when
get
we
back to the question too.
when, once we get to the point where we got these things that's going on and we trying to fix our life and we're trying to take steps into making them a reality. Like, what do we do after that? You know what I mean? Like what's the next move
Man,
you
whew.
did for
Man, first, I mean, you got to be able to find a way to deal with the pressure without, you know what I'm saying, add more to your plate.
mm,
Because sometimes we try to do so much that we forget about other shit, you know what I'm saying? And that shit becomes a harder thing to deal with, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So for me, you know what I'm saying, it's like finding some balance and you know what I'm saying, finding a way off that balance, you know what I'm saying, to extend my balance. I guess if that's the right way to put it, to be able
Man,
to have everything else under control to the point to where I can start doing something else.
I just said, I want to say yesterday. I just did I do a morning podcast for the Fresh Radio, and I said, man, when you got your plate full, man, you gotta make sure that it's hard. Not saying that you gotta make sure, but like I know me. I'm gonna talk about me. With me, it's like, man, when my plate full, I'm the type of individual that like wanna clean my plate, and
Right,
it could be into the next day, and my plate still ain't. I ain't eat everything from yesterday, and I'm still trying to eat from
right,
yesterday.
right.
You dig?
So
But
you
then
now you play catch up.
man, I got today got going on, and it's usually like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much on my plate that yesterday getting spoiled at this point. You dig? So like, man, I need to make sure that, like you said, that balance part. I need to make sure that I'm putting just enough on my plate, and that I can go back and get more. You dig? And
yeah,
at the end of the
yeah.
night, like how it is right now, like I can go to sleep and I can rest knowing that I've done everything, and everything else
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be done can be done while I'm asleep. Like I receive everything in my sleep. That's been my new thing. I say that before I go to bed. I said I'm a trust in the process, and well, what I've done is completed, and everything else I receive while I'm sleeping and resting. And that's key for me at this point, is just making sure that I'm not taking on too much. Cause like I said, man, I feel like I'm living 4 or 5 different people's lives right now, and it's not fair to me. But this is the place. This is the place and position that I feel that I should be in. When in actuality, it's not. As soon as I start serving myself correctly with the proper amount, I'll be able to flourish and help other people with theirs, instead of taking on theirs and trying to move like that, because that's what my issue is, bro. I feel, even though
Right.
my children got their own individualities, I feel what they going through, I'm going through as well, and my job is to help make sure that they not going through it, when in all actuality I'm supposed to help serve them so that they can deal with the things that they got going on themselves,
Yeah.
instead of
So just
taking it from
anything that
them.
you've been through and you understand, that's what you're supposed to show them. Yeah.
And I'm too busy trying to take over for them. You dig? And
Yeah.
that's
You
just
can't do
that.
that.
And I can't.
That's like when they learn to ride a bike. You gotta let them fall.
Man, gotta let them fall. You dig? Gotta let them experience. Gotta let them. What is it? Process and move through those emotions. And that's that's something that I'm working on. It's forever a learning experience, for real. It's forever a learning
Oh yeah.
experience.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I know.
I learned from brothers like you. You know what I'm saying, that actually take it on. You know what I'm saying, by yourself. Because you know what I'm saying, it gives me the idea to be able to do shit while I have somebody next to me. You know what I'm saying, everything else. Like it's a difficult because you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes I don't know. It's like my kids is like I got a couple kids maybe older than yours. You know, so it's like
Yeah.
some stuff that I've been through that you have questions about. You know what I mean? That's just how we relate. You know what I'm saying? Understand each other. You know what I'm saying? How to do better in certain situations. To have them understand this in the process, it's always a plus.
No, real talk. That's,
So,
man, real verbal. Cause man, listen, this what it mean by it take a village. It's not necessarily saying you got a whole bunch of people after one, but man, we all got to learn from each other to better each other so that we can better the next generation. Cause man,
yeah,
it's man,
definitely,
it's man. We had
definitely.
this conversation off record one day, and I think you said something about uh, just like the Terminator and shit. And the motherfucker went back into the past to change the future, but he ended up creating a whole nother future. You dig? And that's where we at. Like our children, we trying to teach our children the future that, or the past that we had, so that they can better their future, but they living in a
Mm-hmm.
whole completely different future than what we even can fathom. You dig? Like we didn't grow up
Mm-hmm.
with cell phones. You dig? We didn't get no cell phones until we
Right.
was teenagers. Man, my daughter got a cell phone when she was 8 years old, dog, and I hated that. You dig? But like that's just how they living. And there's some 4 year. I ain't gonna hold you up. My 6 year old, 5 year old, he got a cell phone. Great grandmother gave him a cell phone, so like it's just wild. I mean, it's so wild. the nature of what's going on, and I gotta learn about this world that they live in. It's not just the world that I came from. You know, I came from the
Right,
caveman
right,
eras. You dig? Like
right.
they living in the Jetsons,
Yeah,
and
they
they
don't even know how to go outside like we did. None of that.
man, dog, it wasn't nothing else but outside. Ain't nobody trying to be up under the house under these people's doing what they doing. We gotta go
Miss me with that.
outside.
I ain't give a damn about a Sega, Nintendo, none of that. I'm outside.
Man,
We about to
listen,
go boy ride bikes, nigga, to the next hood, whatever.
bikes, man. Listen, I used to tear up Michigan Ave.
So,
Telling you, I was lost. I leave in the morning, come back. Street lights was definitely on when I came back. I used to steal bikes from EMU campus. You dig? So like, yeah, listen, I always had a bike, but you know that's statute of limitations is over with now. But you know, I'm just saying, children don't
we
even go
definitely been
outside
there,
no
bro.
more. Man,
Yeah.
man.
So,
So you know,
I mean, if you might, but some of the things about that is not that you just got to show them the fun that it is. You know what I mean? Like they don't even understand how fun it is until they do it because they don't know nothing else but them phones and iPads. You know what I'm saying? The computers and all that extra shit. But if you take them and you show them, then it's like, oh, yeah, can we go do that again? I want to do this. And now they hooked on it.
man, I don't know. Can you show them too much? Like, man, we was doing a
And
lot,
not
bro.
too much too soon.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You know,
right.
we got these YNs and shit going on that they be watching
Man,
that, so
that's what
it's
I'm
better to show them
saying.
the proper shit first.
I dig it. I dig it. Gotta teach them how to get businesses, and I think that's what's next, bro. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we need to
I
just
don't care if it's
elevate
a lemonade
ourselves.
stand.
Man, my son want to do a hamburger stand, and I told him we should do some lemonade. He want to do that, so I think that's what we're gonna do this
Man,
summer.
look, let the leaves fall or it be snowing. Come on, we going shoveling. I'm about to show you how to get some money. You got to be able to do something when you ain't got it. You got to know what to do and when to do it. Let's go.
That's it, dog. That's man. I ain't gonna hold you. Now I ain't had that coming up. I really didn't. I shoveled snow. I definitely did. I ain't had no choice. I was going door to door shoveling snow because it was just there. But man, I ain't have nobody to guide me to do that. I was just a hustler to that point that I knew that this is a service that I could provide for people that was necessary. But like I didn't have anyone saying, "Hey man, we can go take you to Home Depot. We'll get you some snow. We'll get you some shovels. We'll get you some salt, and you get you a bucket, and you can go around shovel the snow, shovel the sidewalk for a little
Hmm.
extra, and you know, and if you need be, you know, put down the salt for a little extra, or even put that into the price package. This is what you can do. Do some flyers. Like I ain't had that coming up, and I am that now. So like, man, that's love
Right.
right there. You dig? Definitely can
Yeah.
spread that
And
to the
my daughters,
youngers.
all of them, they like to braid hair and do all of that, so they be getting manicures. Huh.
See,
Go
listen.
ahead, and perfect your craft. So when y'all ready,
Yeah, going to the beauty school. You know, where's the
hey, the
cosmetology?
oldest one, 14.
See, man, look, I ain't even at that point right now. See, my
You know what I'm
oldest one
saying?
even
So
11. But
when you
like,
get to 17, 18, you already got your own clientele. I'm ready to put you in your own little spot. When you get out of school, you open your shop up and you work with the people that you got your clientele with, you know what I'm saying? Their parents or whoever else, you know what I'm saying?
that
Yeah,
part,
all of that.
that part, it's necessary. We wasn't shown that aspect. We was shown a whole another place. So you know, like that's. I guess that's what's next, bro. That's what's next for us is to make sure that we in a position to make sure that what is next, our seeds, it can grow properly and produce. You did, cause man, that's the what do they call it? The apple don't fall from the tree. If that's our fruit, then you
Well,
know we
far
got to
from the
make sure
truth.
that they
Yeah,
they
you
they
feel
there.
me? You know what I mean? Definitely a process, but yeah, that's definitely where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole plan is to just, like I said, find more balance, though. You know what I'm saying? And like get the rest of my shit on track. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's gonna take some different, some things I'm about to separate myself from in order to
Yeah,
do that. You know what I'm saying? And one of them is gonna be still getting out of my comfort zone because in the process of that, if you damn near get lazy once you doing what you used to.
yeah. Nah, you
And so
custom
you know what I
to it.
mean? Like yeah, so you know what I mean? It's a whole lot of that for the most part. And then other than that, man, just like really opening up my mind and paying more attention to things instead of just looking at everything as you know what I'm saying, nothing or like something that really don't matter because I don't care about it or you know what I'm saying, like it really don't catch my attention the way you might feel it should. Just like being a little bit more open to the ideas and things around me, you know what I mean, and shit like that. So that's where I'm at with it.
Progress is a process, bro. Like that's it. And you
Whew,
know,
the
and
process never ends.
never
Excuse
ends.
me.
Man, I asked somebody, I said, "You ever gonna get done with therapy?" They said, "Nah, I love my therapist. Plus, my therapist is a business consultant, and she do hair too. So, like, yeah, I'm never gonna get rid of my therapist." And I'm like, "Damn, okay."
Man, shit. Like, I wish I wouldn't have got rid of mine, nigga. Like, I need my therapist a little bit. Like, it's a lot.
They professionals at what they do. You dig? Like this helps. This little conversation, this brother to brother, this helps. It does. But man, we ain't no professionals. We just relating. We relating, and we comfortable enough with each other that we can come off like this. But like man, dog, I can't give you no what is it? I can't give you no clinical shit.
Right.
I'm gonna give you some shit that's gonna be you gonna get off the line and be like, man, he tripping, but like I see what he talking about, but damn, I don't.
Hey, it be like that, bro. It definitely be like that.
Man, remember when I told you, my man's told me, man, you like that shit, and you was all like, dog, but you had to, like, you
Man,
like,
I listen. I got one of them same kind of situations. It's ain't that I like you, you know what I'm saying? But you have to find the time to be ready to, you know what I'm saying, make the decisions that you're supposed to make for that
you
shit. You know what I'm saying?
do,
So
you
yeah,
do.
you got to get there. Whenever you get there, that's when you get there.
What is dang? There was something that said, man, I can't even get the little meme thing that I seen, but it was basically like, man, God was telling you that you got to go and keep teaching you the same lessons until you finally had enough and you leave. You dig? Like that's what it is. You know, I found myself in that predicament where I'm just like, man, I had to keep learning the same thing. Or I had to keep getting shown the same thing until I built up enough strength and tolerance to leave and to dip and to change my shit. You dig? Like, and that's man. It sucks to be in the position where you feel like you drowning, but man, only you can swim to the shore. You dig? Only you can grab onto the lifesaver. If somebody throwing you a lifesaver and you just sitting there drowning because you right there next to it, that's on you. That's definitely on you. So
You feel me?
yeah. But it is what it is. Definitely is.
Definitely, definitely.
Oh, bro. I think we need to close this one out, bro. And I know we touched on a lot. Now I don't want to run on too long, and then we get to talking a little bit too much sauce that we could have saved for another show.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely do that. But I will say that I feel like this is one of our better ones now that we got the microphone situation under
Man,
control.
listen.
You know what I mean? And I think we did a lot better with focusing on the subject and what
Yeah,
that part meant to us. You know what I'm saying? How to, you know what I'm saying, elaborate on how we felt or how we needed to take our own accountability for something in some sort of way. You know what I mean?
definitely,
So it's
definitely.
definitely a plus. You know what I mean? Like people don't understand. Like this is damn near therapy for us. You know what I'm saying? Just kicking it
Man,
like this.
bro.
So
I don't be talking to nobody. like it's been
me
things
neither.
I said
Me
on
neither.
this show that when it hit, and if you listen, and if you really listening, you be like, "Dang, bro, going through that." Yes, he is, and I ain't even said
Yeah,
nothing. I ain't even
yeah,
said nothing. I just
yeah.
you dig
Definitely, I
like
get it. Definitely, definitely.
man. I'm telling you, but it is what it is. We that's a part of being transparent. And that's what this is all about. Honestly, like you said, it's like therapy. We able to really get this off our chest, and it's we working through it in one way or another. Because, like you said, that you don't be talking to nobody, I don't be talking to nobody. So we get to talk to each other.
But see,
But
at the same time, we talking to each other. We can't just talk about it either. We got to start doing some shit. You know what I
man,
mean?
that
So,
part, man, we got to put things into action. I think that's what we need to talk about
yeah.
in the next show. Putting things into action. You dig? I'm writing that down. So we
Oh yeah, do that, and then we elaborate from there.
no, for sure, for sure, man.
Definitely.
Any last words, Slim? Man, where can they reach you at? How can they get in contact
I
with
mean,
you?
you know what I'm saying. Right now, I got Mr. E Stevens 21. I don't even know what it is. I told you I don't know the Instagram. I don't even be doing it. You feel me? But what is it, man? I don't know how to work it. Oh yeah, Mr. E Stevens 21. You know what I'm saying? Instagram. Uh, Silky Johnson on Facebook. I definitely still do the food things when I'm start getting into.
That
Eventually,
finger
like
suckers.
we just want to get some things together. That finger suckers, you feel me? Uh, Other than that, man, we just want anybody that's listening, man, to just understand that you ain't the only one going through something, man. We all got different things and different thoughts of feeling trapped or just wanting to find a way to get away out of our minds or anything else. So if you ever got anything or any kind of subject you want to, talk about or, bring
Yeah.
to the table, hear about our issues, with the same type of subject, if we can relate, we definitely will elaborate. You feel me?
No, for
And
sure. Drop a comment,
just,
share, like,
understand that,
subscribe.
man, everybody ain't nobody going through something by themselves, man. It's a lot more people out here that need some kind of understanding or the same understanding. And whatever we can give to you, that's just a game and the life that we've been through.
That part.
And we here to keep doing it. You feel me? I've been knowing this man for over 25, 30 years. So the
Listen.
conversations that we have, we ain't holding shit back. You gotta
Mm-mm.
understand that shit. We've been just been down some road.
Man, we've been up the highway too. You dig?
Man, shit, a couple times.
Like, for real.
Hey, don't put that on here.
Yeah, that's just, this is what
Hey,
it is.
shit, nigga, fuck, yeah, you did.
You can holler at me on the internet everywhere in UK NOE. Yeah, just holler at me on the internet. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, share. Interact. We gotta know who actually listening. Because the best thing is that not saying that we doing this for. I mean, we are doing this for our own purposes. But like, man, the more people that we can reach, the more people we can touch on, we can actually really get down to some nitty gritties about things that's just going on in the community and within others, just like us. Man, a lot of people. It just so happened that we got this. We got this space, we got this outlet that we can actually do this. And I really don't believe that there's too much of this going on. Everybody want to be superficial and want to go battle of the
Yeah,
sexes and
definitely.
everything. But man, this is
Yeah,
this is really, really, really like this. It's therapeutic because man, if
it's
you
all
got
true.
something to
Ain't
to
nothing,
to,
ain't
to
no way to
say,
play with it.
nah, at all, man. If you got something to say, man, holler at us, man. We can definitely get you down on the show.
Ain't
It's
no
nothing like
scripts.
that,
This all real.
man. Listen,
I'm in Michigan. My brother in Memphis. You feel me? Like we
listen.
doing this for everybody else. Whoever can understand and need a got a question, shit, just speak it because I'm sure we probably been through it or know somebody that has.
So just hit us up. We're gonna get these out here, put this on the internet so that y'all can chop up with it and follow. Like I said, like, subscribe, follow us. Inquire, drop comments, DMs, whatever it is. You can get in contact with us, man. Let us know that you rocking with what we doing. Let us know how to improve. Let us know. I mean, just let us know. Talk to us. We talk back. You dig? Without any further ado. Man, y'all be smooth and enjoy the rest of your whatever it is, morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night. You dig? And man, peace.
Shit, welcome to brother to brother.
Oh yeah, there you go, brother to brother. Go.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind another brother to brother like me and my bro on here for somebody else to add up. You know what I'm saying? Either bring somebody, one of their friends, or somebody else where they might feel more comfortable with talking about what's going on and just getting it off their chest. You know what I'm saying? That we can have a real conversation and relate to each other on the things that people don't think that we can relate to because they think they're the only ones going through it. So whatever it is you're going through, just reach out and you know what I'm saying. The conversation is here.
That
You never
part.
know what you might understand.
We in there. Like, man, just reach out, talk to us. We
That's
here
it.
for it.
Simple. Whatever you got to get off your chest.
And we gonna be out. Peace.